So it won't come as a shock that it seemingly looks like Islam has taken over the UK, especially now in 2026. For example, take a look at this clip where we see a Muslim man roll out a mat and start praying on someone's driveway. There's plenty of mosques in the UK, so I don't know why he's deciding to do this on someone's property. But I'll tell you what there isn't plenty of now after this mass amounts of migration in the UK. That is hospitals. Take a look at this waiting room and try and spot the British person. This is a real concern. A lot of the people that come to the UK illegally and legally in some cases, they don't hold the same values as British people. That is evident in this next clip where we see the police knocking on a Muslim man's door after allegedly he abused and tortured a dog.
We'll let you know if we can speak to him.
Melon. Huh? Put it off the door though.
She won't open it. I don't reckon she will. Oh, fucking hell, she'd opened it. Dog killer.
So the clips I've just shown you, these are civilians, but let's take a look at some people that are in positions of influence and power amongst the Muslim community. This next video is Mohammed Hijab, and just take a listen to what he is saying. And whilst you do that, bear in mind there are currently British citizens in jail for social media posts. Have a watch.
Our numbers are massive. There's 50 million Muslims in Europe. There's more Muslims in Europe than there are in some Muslim majority countries. If all the Muslims in Europe were one country, it would be one of the biggest Muslim countries in the world. That's the truth. If all the Muslims in Europe were one country, it would be in the top 10 or top 15 biggest Muslim countries in the world. It would be a big country. We're a big people. So that means we need to start acting like the Muslim community have to become the consequence. Make them think, okay, well, if we mess around with this community, what's going to happen? We have to start acting as if we have the upper hand, because we do. وَكَلِمَةُ اللَّهِ هِيَ الْعُلْيَا, as the Quran says. The word of Allah, it's high. The reason why the Salaf, the early generations, were so successful in spreading Islam across the world was because they had this immense amount of courage backed by this immense amount of tawakkul, which means reliance on Allah. You realize that, look, I'm doing this for the sake of Allah, and it is what it is. Whatever happens, happens. Concept of martyrdom, then I would consider that to be an advantage, frankly. The one who's willing to commit suicide has the initiative.
The one that's willing to commit suicide has the advantage. Now that to me sounds like some sort of message of threat to do with some suicide bombings. Not too sure how this is allowed to happen in the UK, but if a British person puts a joke or a meme up on social media that people deem offensive, they get jail time. It truly is astonishing. But it's honestly no surprise, especially when our streets look like this right now.
as far from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And we will be here tomorrow again. We need as much brothers here as possible. Please, it's time for me. You're doing this for Islam. You're doing this for La ilaha illallah. Muhammad Rasulullah. You're doing this for our future generations. We cannot have Chinese coming here and walking on the streets of Ireland so comfortably. We should be ashamed of ourselves. Even myself included. We cannot let this happen again.
Oh yeah, cuz. How you doing? You right, yeah?
This is very interesting because he's sending a message to a certain group of people. It sounds like a very hateful message, yet we are told all the time by the mainstream media and our government that diversity is our greatest strength, that this religion is a religion of peace. But just wait, this whole thing gets a whole lot worse. Yes, you heard that right. That Muslim man just said, "We love Khamenei," the former Iranian supreme leader who killed thousands of innocent civilians. Now, hypothetically, let's just say roles were reversed and a white man said that he loved Adolf standing there around police. Would that be tolerated? Absolutely not, and rightfully so. But why is it when the shoe's on the other foot like this, it's allowed and it's free speech? It is sad to see because very clearly the police are doing absolutely nothing and the police are compromised. We heard what was being said and scenes like this are absolutely shocking. But let's just all remember that the real threats to this country are white, preteen boys. Have a watch.
I just got all my devices taken away by the police. My mum couldn't believe it. I might get a criminal record and not be able to go to college. I only shared a link. I just thought it was funny. But it was terrorist content. And that is not a game. It's real life.
Adolescence 2.0, some more government propaganda BS, trying to frame that a lot of these online terrorists and terrorists in general across the country are white teenage boys. It's absolutely ridiculous. And the worst part about it is that for some reason, the youth in the UK in certain areas of the country actually believe this crap, and they actually believe that migrants come to this country are a net positive. I mean, for example, let's just look at this reform counsellor, Layla Cunningham, speaking at a London university, and listen to this young white male speak.
There are many young people in this room who them or their parents are immigrants. Give me a cheer if you are. Which is more dangerous, us or intolerance?
It's not about intolerance, it's about fairness. Do you believe that someone who arrives on a boat illegally should get full access to the country?
Yes.
It's absolutely mental that despite the things we've seen in the past few years with these illegal migrants, the disgusting crimes they committed on British people, that there is still a massive belief amongst a lot of young British people that there should be open borders and that these people should be able to walk around and be in our communities without any repercussions. And I guess part of it is due to the popularity in the Green Party right now. The Green Party, of course, is led by Zach Polanski, a man that was recently caught laughing after they were discussing the vandalism on a Winston Churchill statue. Have a watch.
I am shocked. I am truly shocked. I don't know what's happened to the Green Party. I don't know what has happened to people that love the environment and talk about the environment to actually say we're overacting hysteria over the fact that people are going around with paint, they're vandalising our monuments, they're behaving as criminals and as vandals, and some people here think that that's okay. Well, most people think it is not okay. It is criminal, it is not okay. And to actually spray paint Winston Churchill is I'm looking at you and you obviously don't see that there's an issue here. And that you don't. And I tell you what, that is the most frightening thing. The fact that you think that it is acceptable for people to go around damaging our statues, knowing that it's criminal, and refer to it as overreaching hysteria. I just do not understand where you're coming from. But I tell you what, I think it's very dangerous. I think if you're actually spreading that to do something like this is acceptable, we will have absolute chaos on our streets. We will have things damaged in our beautiful city, and you're laughing. I'm glad, Zach, that you find this amusing, because actually most of the public will not find this amusing. Most of us love this city. We love what we stand for. We love our monuments and our statues. And the fact that some idiots come along wishing to damage it is nothing short of a disgrace.
Absolutely crazy. This man hates British people, and it's very, very clear to see where his priorities lie. And as you can tell by this video, it looks like Islam has taken over the UK. But guys, let me know your thoughts on what we discussed in today's video. Make sure you do like, share, and subscribe to the channel for more content just like this. Thank you. Take care. Goodbye. If you want to support what I do on this channel, you can become a channel member for £4.99 a month, where you will receive a loyalty badge and exclusive members only content. Thank you to all the recent members on this channel.